Well, lockdown 2 is upon us. The government says it's going to happen, and we're going to go back into lockdown here in England. Although, of course, Wales and Scotland have been doing their own thing, and so has Ireland too. But for me personally, this is beyond a tier. This is me going back to lockdown. So, how do I get good at work? That's what I do. That's what I talk about. That's what I research. How do I get good at work from home, which is the session that I've been delivering over the last few months? Because this is when it kicks in. We're locked down again. We're thinking, well, we can't go to the office, or people, your employees, your staff, your colleagues, or yourself are in the office. And so our mind starts to race, and we start worrying and being concerned about lots of things which actually don't help us. So let me just explain a couple of things that might help. Let me just share this slide with you. And there you go. Let's have a little look at that. So what we've got here is this is taken from all sorts of different places. Originally from Stephen Covey, he did a version of this, but loads of people have done lots of different versions. Basically, what you've got here is the sort of the circles of our lives and what we can do. So we have the area of no control. So on the outside, these are things that we really have no control over, but if we're not careful, can waste a lot of energy and can actually really worry about these things a lot. So we have no control of the virus. Yes, we can wear a mask, we can wash our hands, we can reduce our physical interactions and social interactions with people, but we can't actually control it. There's nothing I can do to stop it apart from do my own little bit. You know, the US and UK politics, we should definitely vote. I'm a big believer in voting, but actually I can get involved in that stuff and it'll just go on forever and it'll never end, and it can quite stress me out sometimes. So sometimes I have to say, look, I've got no control over it. Concentrate on what you can control. Other people's ideas, their words, their actions, their reactions, and even social media posts. You know, I can't and we can't be the police for the whole of the world. People will say and do stuff we just find winds us up. Our past, we can't control what's happened to us. We can control our future and how we react to it, of course, but we can never control what's happened to us. So there's no point dwelling on that. The weather, it's sunny outside at the moment, but it's England, so it'll probably be raining again in a few minutes. I can't have much control over that, so I just got to go and get an umbrella or get a jacket. The media, we don't really have control over what they say or why, and it kind of winds us up. Sometimes it's brilliant, sometimes we have no control over it, and sometimes we just got to just let it happen. Even conspiracy theories, lots of people, lots of things around at the moment. Do you know what? If they want to believe that kind of stuff, then believe it. But that's not what I have control over. So I'm just going to let it happen. And then you can add your own in this area of no control. Secondly, we've got the area of influence. These are things that we do have some influence over. So there's our family. We've got influence over our family, of course. We live with them, or we live near to them, or we have contact with them. Our partner, if you have a partner, we have a lot of influence over a partner. I have influence over my wife, Claire, and she has influence over me and how we relate to each other, how we work out our marriage and living arrangements and in lockdown and all that stuff. And of course, our friends and our colleagues too. We have some influence over them, not control, but some influence. That's the key thing there. But actually, this is what we need to concentrate on, because with all the stresses around right now, we have an area of control that we can do something about. I can control my attitude and my mood. I can control my reactions and my words to other people. I can control how I treat people when I'm out and about, walking and going out for a walk or being in a shop. And, and I can control my reactions to others. I can control the time spent on social media or ingesting the news. If I do that too much, I know it's not good for me, but I can control that. I can switch things off. I can remove apps from my phone, which I have done quite regularly. And also, we can also control the amount of work that we do. If we learn to beat procrastination, that's something that I talk about a little bit. We can beat procrastination. We can do other things, but we need to not be concentrating on this stuff that we really have no control over. We can influence some stuff, but really, this is the stuff. What's our attitude like today? Can we affect our mood? If we're feeling a bit low, what can we do to change that? That's partially in our power. We can always influence how we feel. I understand about depression, mental illness. I'm not saying snap out of it or anything weird like that, but I'm saying we do have some control over our moods and our attitude, and sure, and our reactions and how we react and all that kind of stuff. So as the lockdown 2 happens, don't get distracted by the things that we have no control over, but try and control the things that we can. And hopefully we'll get good at work from home together. If I can help you in any way in your company or personally, please do get in touch. Always happy to chat. It's leejackson.biz. That's leejackson.biz. And I wish you a happy and safe lockdown.